Go for it.
Welcome to Haley's Weekly News. Please love, like, and subscribe and comment.
Had a good week?
Pretty good so far.
Yeah. Did you lose anything with the wind over the weekend?
We lost a little bit of power, but like only for a minute or two.
Yeah. We were fortunate. It flickered, but we never lost power.
That's how it was pretty much with us.
Um,
Some of my friends said that they lost power for 10 to 6 hours.
6 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can believe that. Our neighbors across the street had a tree blow over on the line that ran into their house, and so they were without power too. They came over and hung out for a little bit. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, and you've seen pictures, and we'll post a few pictures up here just in case you're not from around this area and you're wondering what we're talking about. Over the weekend, I guess it was Sunday, um we had anywhere from 70, and in some places I heard it was up to 114 mile per hour winds that swept through. Welcome to spring in the Texas Panhandle, in the Southern Plains. That's what we do, right? And it's not always that bad, but
Hmm.
we do have wind. But yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was nuts. We had
Some
trucks blowing over everything.
sometimes our wind can be like 10 miles or something like that.
Well, that's a calm day.
Yeah, that's a very calm
In
day
spring, you're hoping for 10 to 15.
sometimes.
Yeah. So it was pretty wicked. Uh you could stare directly into the sun because there was so much dirt in the air that it was covering it up.
It was so dangerous. Mom and dad were planning to go to the Sunday event at church.
Yeah, and
And
then they
then,
decided not to.
yeah, because of the
Yeah.
wind.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And it was bad enough to where our backyard is pretty well protected from all directions. It lifted our trampoline up and kind of folded it up against the tree and the fence.
Wow.
But we were able to fix it, so it wasn't that bad. And luckily, it's under two trees,
Yeah.
so it didn't blow away. If we hadn't had those trees, I think it would have been somebody else's trampoline. Um, yeah, that's just springtime here. That's what we do. Out with the cold, in with the warm, and that creates a lot of wind for us.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we crazy, crazy stuff. Uh, we got a lot going on. The month of March is a big month for us at Haley's Weekly News. Website launches next week. Okay. So next Tuesday, site will be live. It will have a few stories. It will have all of our videos that we've done since October. There will be a nice little welcome article written that's going to be on there. And so we will encourage you to go check that out and spread the news. But the main premise of the website is going to be to provide you with hope, and provide you with a lifted spirit. If you go on our website and you have nothing else that you get from it, we hope that you laugh, and that you come away with a little bit more joy than you had when you found our website. So we're excited. I'm really excited. Been a lot of work, and
I'm very excited.
yeah, it's one more way for you to be famous.
Yep.
But I don't know. I'm catching up.
You might be catching up, but I'm still a little more famous than you.
Did Well, you're gonna have to speak up if you want people to hear
I
that.
am still a little bit more famous than he is.
Yeah, I mean, did mom and dad show you
Show me what?
the article?
I don't think so.
This is not a shameless plug at all, but this is gonna help. Well, I don't know if it'll help, but I do want to put a plug in. There's an article that came out yesterday in Brick and Elm talking about uh, our golf club that we started at Hamlet. And I haven't talked much about it on the show, They did a really good job. So Brick and Elm, you can read it online or you can pick up a copy around town in Amarillo. I encourage you to go read it. Not because of anything I've done. I was just given an opportunity, but because of the heart and the vision of RJ Sully Jacks, which Haley has interviewed RJ, and so we'll post a link for you to watch that interview. Um, this is all his mind, and I just had golf clubs to get started. So been really cool. Been really cool. It's a great write up. So I encourage you to go watch read that. Go read that. Uh because it's awesome. And there's pictures of me and because it's gonna help me be more famous than Haley.
For now, anyway.
Anytime the older brother can get one over the more popular and more famous little sister. Why do you think people like you more?
I don't know. They just like me a little bit more than you
Is it because I don't like to hug?
sometimes.
Is it because you're nicer?
Nicer to people.
You're nicer to other people.
Yeah, most of the time.
Hmm. 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 All right. So we've had pretty good weeks. Had pretty good weeks. We should figure out a way to put up a poll, like during to have people vote who's more popular.
They'll say me. They'll probably say me.
You're pretty confident about that.
Yep.
Fair enough. You're the reason we're here. So I'll give you that. I was reading last week as I typically do for the show. Came across this really cool article. We've been talking about Legos a lot here, seems like.
Very
Because
much.
of Legoland becoming autism certified. We talked about that last week or week before. It doesn't matter. Um, Now their Lego friends, which Ella has a few Lego friends, right? It's its own little set. The figures look a little different. Comes with a few different setups. Those Lego friends sets are now featuring more figures with a range of disabilities. Okay, so some will have physical disabilities, so there'll be wheelchairs and things like that. Others will have things like Down syndrome and
Crunches.
crutches. Yeah, crutches will be part of it. Yeah, so that'd be really cool. We may have to get one. We love Legos in our house. We're big fans, so we may have to do that. Now, my question to you, Haley, are you a big Lego person?
Not really.
You don't like to follow instructions, so Legos might be pretty hard for you.
Yeah. I do
You,
follow
you got nothing for
instructions.
that?
I do follow instructions. I'm just not very good at Legos.
That's fair. So if they were going to design a set, a Lego Friends set, and the main character was Haley Thompson, what would that set be?
Probably the only thing I can think of was like volleyball, like the net and the fans and the ice cream
So
and
you would set up the box.
yeah, the
You would set
box.
up the WT box.
Yes.
That would be cool.
Like the fans and the coaches and all that stuff. The balls.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And then you would just be standing over in the corner.
Yeah. Either standing on a corner or standing where the girls come out of the locker room to give them high fives.
Yeah, that'd be good too. I was thinking it would be like your little living area
That
at the
too.
house
That too.
because you could like just recreate your bedroom or your room where you watch TV and where you have your desk. Like you could have your chair and then you could have the shelf that your TV sits on. And then some of the decorations could be some of your posters, your jersey, your
Yeah.
WT jersey. That would be cool.
That would be really cool too. The only thing I can think of was volleyball. That's the only way I can think of. Like building like a big thing.
That would be a big one. So maybe we could have two. We could have one really big one that's WT volleyball because
Yeah.
that would have to have a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have the team and everything, and then Coach Potts,
Yeah.
that'd still be fun.
Yeah. That would still be really fun.
And then you could have a mini set, which is your room.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, H. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we may have to look and see if we can get a few of those sets. So Lego Friends, really cool. It's really awesome to see when we talk about inclusion. Inclusion means more than just a classroom, and it means more than just uh, having having people with disabilities in um, what I guess typical settings, right?
Right.
Typical settings. Okay. So it also means that when you walk down Walmart or Target or wherever you go, you're shopping, that you see more things with people uh, in it that represents our community, right?
Right.
That's a big piece of inclusion. When it's not just a specialty item or anything like that, but it's on the shelves, it's where you can see it just walking by. That's a big deal. That's a really, really big deal. And that's awesome.
I think that's really I think that's really awesome that they're having that more for disabilities.
Yep. Yep. I agree. I agree, H. So transitioning a little bit, something a little bit more serious. There is over the past few years, really since the pandemic, there has been a shortage in nurses, right?
Right.
So hospitals are having trouble filling their nursing positions, and one of the populations it really affects more than most is children with disabilities, right?
Right.
And nurses are huge because when you spend time, an extended amount of time in a hospital, the care and the support you receive from the nursing staff can make or break your experience, right? It can be positive, it can be negative, but you spend more time with the nurses than anyone else,
Yes.
right?
Right.
And you can talk about that because you've had a lot of experiences with that,
Yes.
right? So, and you may not remember specifics, and that's okay. But do you remember times when you had a nurse that maybe wasn't so great, and then you had nurses that were awesome?
Yes. My one of them that was not okay was a nurse in New York City because I threw up on her.
Oh, oh, but she wasn't very nice to
No,
begin with.
no, she
Like
wasn't.
you didn't throw up on her, and then she
No,
wasn't nice like you.
no.
Yeah,
Like, like she tried to kick mom and dad out of the recovery, and mom said, "I'm not going anywhere unless me or my husband is there."
yeah. I think nurses should know,
Yeah. Now if it was like
but
in Amarillo, that'll be totally different.
no, it wouldn't. If that happened in Amarillo, it would still stink.
Yeah. But at least I have more people that I know that lives in Amarillo.
Sure, sure. And you never really encountered that here
No.
when you're here.
Uh-uh.
You've only encountered that in New York, but it's also a really teachable moment too, because when when nurses can get in a zone, right?
Right.
And most of their patients are like me. So if I'm in the hospital, I can be in the room by myself,
Yeah.
especially, even in recovery. I prefer not to be, but I can still make some decisions and answer questions and things like
Yeah.
that, right?
Right.
You're in a different spot.
Yeah.
You need mom or dad, preferably mom, to be in that room with you,
Yeah.
right? And I don't know that um everyone understands that piece of it.
Uh,
Like how important it is for your parents to stay in the room for you because it is hard for you to tell a nurse what you're feeling,
yes.
right?
And I try so hard to tell nurses how I'm feeling. It's just hard.
Yeah, it's hard for you to describe it
Yeah.
or where you're hurting.
Yeah. And
Um,
one of my friends that's a nurse, well, I think she's still a nurse still. Her name is Jen Renner, by car coach Jen,
mhm.
because I got to pin her. She got to choose who she wanted to pin during graduation. She picked me and her husband.
That's cool. Now, how did you know Coach Jen?
She was one of my first volleyball coaches in high school.
Yeah, she loved you.
Yeah.
You were a big part of Canyon High School volleyball. And after your surgeries,
Yes.
uh, your first your first major
Yeah.
surgery, right?
Right.
Um, she had a career change because she saw the impact that you could potentially have in that setting.
Yes. And then one more, Nurse Jackie. I remember Nurse Jackie is, I think it was Dr. Ayrton's nurse, but I don't
Okay.
remember. The only way I remember her is sometimes I see her at volleyball games or other places.
That's cool.
But the only way I remember her is at games.
So you do, but you do run into her every
Yeah,
now and then?
yeah,
That's good.
once in a while. Like at Drug Emporium or something like that. Walmart United. We just bump into her once in a while.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's good. Well, here's a moment we've all been waiting for. Give us your March Madness update, HE. Texas Tech suffered a big loss over the weekend
Yeah.
and last night, so it's not
Yeah.
looking good.
No, it's not. I deleted that one. The
So
one,
they're out.
yeah.
Okay.
The ones that I think are still going to get in is Wisconsin and North Carolina.
Wisconsin and North Carolina. No, North Carolina had a big win against Virginia over the weekend, right?
Right. And the teams I want in, I think West Virginia is the other one, but I don't remember. But the teams I really want to get in is Kansas, Baylor, and Houston.
Yeah, they're in. And they're probably going to be, well, Kansas and Houston are going to be one seeds, probably.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And I'm probably going to pick Kansas to win the whole thing.
Well, then I won't because I'm going to beat you.
Oh, whatever.
And instead of saying Rock Chalk Jayhawk, I'm going to chant whatever else. Whoever they're playing, that's the team I'm going to be rooting for.
You never know. I might win it again.
No,
Yeah.
no. We are not going to have to move this trophy because this trophy is going to stay here.
Maybe
No, it will.
because I'm still going to win.
Here.
Maybe.
There's no maybe. In fact, if you're winning, since I have control of the league, if you're winning, I'll delete you.
Whatever.
I will. I will do it. Okay. So remind us, who are your last three in? You said Wisconsin?
Wisconsin, West Virginia, and South Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay. And then your top three teams are still Kansas,
Baylor, and Houston.
Okay. All right. Conference championships started this week. So just it's a fun. I don't know if you're basketball fans. I'm not. I watch Tech basketball and I watch a few other big weekend games, but I'm not as big of a basketball fan as Dad is, or as a big of a football fan as I am. But
Well, once in a while,
March Madness is different.
yeah, once in a while I'll watch basketball with Dad. It kind of just depends who the teams are and if the game is good.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're not already doing your bracket homework, it's time to get started.
We'll probably get started this weekend, probably.
Yeah. This is just a great month for sports fans.
Yeah.
It's really like the spring is cool. Like I love the fall because I love the season of the fall, but I also love football, right?
Right.
So like you go Super Bowl in February to and you have a few weeks now. You have fewer weeks than you did, but you have a couple of weeks in between Super Bowl and then conference championship weeks. And then you head into March Madness, and the entire month of March like is nonstop basketball from Thursday to Sunday, which is great. And then you go into the Masters golf tournament, which is epic.
And I usually don't watch golf with dad because it can be boring.
Whatever. Whatever. You're boring.
Nope.
That's true.
I can be a little bit slow and a little bit boring. Golf.
Oh, I thought you said you could be a little bit slow and a little bit boring,
No,
but golf can be.
a little.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You have anything else you want to add before we say goodbye?
Um, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
No's friend who I was supposed to stay with a couple of weeks ago,
Mhm.
I'm staying with them the weekend of spring break.
Oh, cool.
So I'm super excited about that.
That'll be good. That'll be good. All right. You got anything else?
Can't think of, I don't know. Do you have anything else, JT?
Nope.
I don't either. So thank you for coming back to Haley's Weekly News. Please love, like, and subscribe and comment. And we'll see y'all guys probably next week.